Traders believe 10,790 is an important level of support coming into the markets, but on the upside, 11,000 could be taken out. There will be a whole bunch of stocks in focus, from Reliance Industries to Tata Elxsi to Wipro, and of course, most importantly, ONGC and HPCL. Let's go across to Dyaneshwar Padwal of KIFS Trade Capital now joining in. Dyaneshwar, first up, what's the trade on the Nifty this morning? 11,000 calls could be a trading opportunity.
Yeah, considering the expiry weeks, the volatility prevails into the market and advance and declines ratio was in the favor of bulls. So optimism may continue into the market, and we see that the Nifty is almost gained the 350 points as compared with the previous month and march into the uncharted territory. So we have seen that this month the Nifty has posted the low of 10,400, and recently we observed that the base formation has been shifted from 10,400 to 10,600. So traders can remain bullish on the market with an intermediate support of 10,600.
Dyaneshwar, what's the trade on Bank Nifty this morning?
See, in case of Bank Nifty, the first half of this month was very tough for the Bank Nifty. But in the last week, we have seen that the Bank Nifty has posted the very strong performance by outperforming the key benchmark index. And the 26,000 level has been taken out. That was a very crucial resistance, and bulls took the charge and taking the indices on a higher. So we are expecting that the strength will continue for near term with an intermediate support of 26,300.
Dyaneshwar, in terms of stocks, what is the trade on Reliance Industries in opening trade? Numbers beat expectations. Gap up looks likely this morning. Would you go long even if you get a gap up on RR? And if yes, what's the target price on the counter for the day?
Yes, we have seen that recently Reliance Industry is moving unfolded into the corrective pattern where the correction on verge of completion. So any decisive move above the 940 level can take the Reliance towards the 980. So traders can go long in this counter about 940 by keeping a stop loss of 920 or 915.
Dyaneshwar, two IT earnings, Wipro and Tata Elxsi. Trading calls on both of those?
See, in case of Tata Elxsi is moving in a clear uptrend, and recent pullback Tata Elxsi has done with its recent pullback. So this could be considered as an accumulation phase. So traders can go long in this counter by keeping a stop loss of near about 1,000 for an initial leg of up move towards the 1,080 and 1,009.
Right. So Dyaneshwar, what we saw on Friday, there was a strong momentum in the banking stocks here. Again, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank, even the mid-cap financing stocks like Rah Finance, they all were showing good sort of long additions here. So any trade there?
See, in case of Bank Nifty, we have observed that if you can see the relative rotation graph, so private banking is looking good because it is moving into the leading quadrant. So I would say rather going for a public sector bank, private sector bank is looking. And in private sector bank, I would suggest to go for an Yes Bank, because recently we see that the Yes Bank's move, and it has managed to sustain above the 330 level as previously suggest, and still it is trading on a higher level. So any decisive moves above the 355 level can take the Yes Bank towards the 380.
How many more questions?
Right, and Dyaneshwar also basically, if we look in terms of the FMCG move, so like stocks like Jubilant Food, again basically very strong same store sales growth, and then again good sort of move there. So any sort of move in L&T, Jubilant Food, Biocon, all actually were showing good long open interest additions. And also apart from that, if there are any sort of topics from your side?
See, in case of Jubilant Food, we have seen that the volume breakout into the Jubilant Food, but looking at the risk reward ratio, so traders should wait for the correction in case of Jubilant Food. But yes, in case of L&T, we have seen that the L&T is moved out with its recent consolidation zone and poised for an initial leg of move. So trader can go long in L&T. And from my side, we have buy call on IRB. See, in case of IRB is done with its recent intermediate pullback, and this pullback could be considered as an buying opportunity, where the 240 would be a very crucial resistance. So, break of the same will take the bulls to the control for a higher leg of up move towards the 260 marks.
Right. Dyaneshwar, lastly, what are your top recommendations then for the day, either on the short or long side?
We have a long on Petronet LNG. So Petronet LNG recently unfolded into the corrective pattern, where the correction on verge of completion at an important Fibonacci retracement of 78.6. So traders can go long in Petronet by keeping a stop loss of 230 on closing basis for an initial leg of up move towards the 260, 280.
Right. Thanks for that, Dyaneshwar. Good talking to you this morning. That's the stock trading ideas coming in from Dyaneshwar this morning. Well, the US markets seem to be on the sidelines. The Asian markets are caution. There's a Congress shutdown that's currently underway in the US, which could impact the GDP in the quarter for the country. Well, no sort of clarity or no sort of conclusion expected on that. Remember, Trump is also heading to Davos, so not too much could be expected on that front over the next couple of days.